Hello, welcome to On the Job. My name is James Creegan, and today we're going to talk about repetitive stress injuries that happen at work. A repetitive stress injury is an injury that happens over the course of time as a result of ongoing repetitive stresses and strains to the body. Examples of this are carpal tunnel syndrome, elbow injuries, low back injuries, rotator cuff injuries that all happen as a result of performing the same task over and over and over the course of months and years at your job. These are situations where it may not be apparent right away that you've been injured or that you're injuring yourself, but several years into a job you realize that you're having physical complaints and problems that won't go away, that are aggravated every time you go back to work, and it's causing you physical discomfort and issues with performing your job. This is a situation where you have a repetitive stress injury and you need to know what to do. The first step would be go see your doctor. You're allowed to go see a doctor if you're not certain as to where the injury comes from. If it's a specific accident, you have to report it at work. But if it's a repetitive stress claim, well, you're going to start off seeing your own doctor. If you reach a point where the doctor tells you he or she feels that your work contributes to the injury, that's when you have to report it. Or you've reached the point on your own where you've decided that the work that you're performing is leading to this injury. For example, if you perform a significant amount of data entry work and you've developed numbness and tingling into your hands, and you've got symptoms that sound and look like carpal tunnel syndrome, you should ask at work for them to have you evaluated by a workers' compensation doctor. These repetitive stress injuries can affect you very long term. They take a long time to develop, and they can cause great impact on your ability to actually do your job down the road. And this is why you want to report this as a workers' compensation claim. Because if you do, you're entitled to medical treatment, you're entitled to out-of-work benefits for any missed time from work, and you're also entitled to permanent disability benefits, and that's a dollar award for whatever the extent of the injury is. So again, going back to the carpal tunnel example, if you were to have carpal tunnel surgery and you miss time from work, there's a period of time that you'd receive workers' comp benefits as opposed to state disability benefits, which are less per week than workers' comp. And potentially you're entitled to some money down the road if you have any ongoing physical problems. And in addition, finally, you'd be entitled to another 2 years worth of medical treatment after your case settles, and 2 years worth of protection essentially from the last date of exposure at work. So the last time you do the activity and continue the aggravation. So repetitive stress injuries sneak up on you. They can have really long-term effect and impact on you, but at the same time, there's something that generally employers should cover through their workers' compensation coverage, because if the job is what is contributing to the injury, whether or not you entered the work with a prior injury to the same body part, if the repetitive stress and strain, the ongoing day in, day out wear and tear is leading to an injury, you're entitled to file a workers' comp claim for that. What you should do, as I said before, is see a doctor to find out what the actual problem is. Oftentimes you may not know what it is right away, and you may not realize that it is a repetitive stress injury. You should take a detailed job description with you to the doctor. Bring that description, ask the doctor if he or she feels that the job in any way contributes to the accident. It doesn't have to be the only cause. It doesn't have to be the only issue in terms of causing the physical problem. However, it does have to make what we call a material contribution. And in that, it has to play a fairly major role in why you have this problem. So, detailed job description, bring that to your doctor, report the problem to your employer. Fill out an accident report, even though it's not a specific accident, so that you have something documenting that you brought this to your employer's attention, and ask for medical treatment. These are considerations to take when facing a repetitive stress injury on the job. Thanks for listening to On the Job. I'm James Creegan.